If you look at the massive island of Borneo, the third largest island on Earth, shared by Malaysia, Indonesia, and a tiny nation, you'll spot a small but fascinating country clinging to the northwestern coast. That country is Brunei Darussalam, meaning abode of peace. Brunei is one of the world's smallest nations, covering just 5,765 square kilometers, roughly the size of Delaware in the USA. But here's something quirky. Brunei is actually split into two non-contiguous parts, completely surrounded by the Malaysian state of Sarawak. That makes it one of the few countries in the world divided by another country's territory. The larger western portion holds the capital, while the smaller eastern exclave, Temburong, remained isolated for decades. It was only connected by the Temburong Bridge, completed in 2020, one of the longest bridges in Southeast Asia at over 30 kilometers. Most of Brunei is low-lying coastal plains in the west, rising to rugged hills in the east. About 70% of Brunei is covered by tropical rainforest, one of the most well-preserved in the world. The Balait, Tutong, and Brunei rivers are the country's major waterways, historically used for trade and transport. Brunei has a short but strategic coastline on the South China Sea, giving it access to vital shipping routes. Brunei is divided into four districts: Brunei Muara, Balait, Tutong, and Temburong. The capital, Bandar Seri Begawan, BSB, sits in the Brunei Muara district. One of its most iconic sites is Kampong Air, a centuries-old water village built entirely on stilts over the Brunei River. Home to around 30,000 people, it's often called the Venice of the East, complete with schools, mosques, and clinics, all over water. Brunei is an Islamic sultanate, and Islam is not just the state religion, it's woven into the very fabric of daily life. The Omar Ali Saifuddin Mosque, completed in 1958, is considered one of the most beautiful mosques in Asia. Alcohol is banned for Muslims, and non-halal food is tightly regulated. The country is home to Malay, Chinese, and indigenous Dayak communities, reflecting the diverse heritage of Borneo. Official name: Negara Brunei Darussalam. Population: approximately 450,000, one of the least populated countries in Asia. Currency: Brunei dollar, interchangeable with Singapore dollar. Government: absolute monarchy. Sultan Hassanal Bolkiah has ruled since 1967, making him one of the longest reigning monarchs alive. Economy: Brunei is one of the wealthiest nations per capita in the world, powered almost entirely by oil and natural gas, discovered in 1929. No income tax. Citizens pay zero personal income tax, subsidized heavily by oil revenues. Neighbors: Malaysia, on all land sides, and maritime borders with the Philippines and Vietnam. Small in size, but extraordinary in character, Brunei is a nation that chose depth over expansion. A rainforest kingdom, an oil-rich sultanate, and a living piece of Borneo's ancient heritage. That is Brunei Darussalam, the abode of peace.